Yeah. Sunday night live. UNK CHICO in the building. Y'all know what to do is you check in. Let us know where you are checking in from. Of course, we got to talk Colorado football on the eve of the start of spring practice. Of course, we're going to have some somber news as well. But just like football and the show, it must go on. Because that's what Tutu will want us to do. Y'all put the 22 in the chat. 22 in the chat. Ponder.
Yes, sir. UNK CHICO, Sunday night live and direct.
It's another Sunday night. It's another Sunday night. Another Sunday night live with UNK and Big Dog CHICO.
It's another one. It's another one, baby. It's another one.
Another Sunday night live with UNK and Big Dog. With UNK and Big Dog. With UNK and Big Dog.
So get ready for it.
Another Sunday night live. UNK and Big Dog CHICO.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, you are now tuned in to Sunday Night Live with UNK and Big Dog CHICO, coming to you live in effect right here from the middle of the ocean. So we got people checking in from the East Coast to the West Coast and everywhere in between. Y'all put y'all city or state in the chat, man. Let us know where you're checking in from exactly. And you know you got to put a dub deuce in the chat for our guy Dom Ponder, man, DOMINIQ Ponder. So, Uncle Neely, how you doing, man? How you doing?
Hey, man, blessed, man. Excited to be back in Boulder. Of course, there was some tragic news today that impacted that excitement, but it was good to be back with the team in the building. You know, of course, had an emergency team meeting early this afternoon, early in the evening. But it's football time in America, Chico. It's spring football time. Practice one will take place tomorrow for the Colorado Buffs. Spent the morning with Coach Prime prior to him getting the news, and then was with him when he got the news. And so, you know, today it's been an eventful day, man.
I can only imagine, man, being a college player and you're losing a teammate tragically like this. You know, all of a sudden, you just never know what you wake up to. You know, whether it's from a night sleep or a nap. You know what I mean? And you just wake up and you see text on your phone with some news of this magnitude, man. So, man, great young kid, you know, had the world in front of him. Dang, man, just wanted to say sad, man, give a condolences to his family and everybody out there who was affected by this. And just, you know, stay prayed up, man. Got to stay prayed up, guys. Just never know.
Yeah, absolutely. This is you know, no time right now to try to figure it out or try to place blame or try to accuse this or that. You just have to lean on your faith and believing and understanding that God makes no mistakes. and
Mm-hmm.
that all things work together for good for those who believe.
Right.
And as believers, there will be good that comes from this.
Yeah.
So was with Coach Prime as he talked to the family today, and this. And as I told Coach when he got off the call, I said, as a father, I can't think of a situation, where you send your kids, quote unquote, to lose their life, but you certainly don't send them to college to lose their life. And so, with him being a college student away from home on a football team, it just kind of makes it all the more tragic. But it also just a reminder of how fragile life can be. And no matter what you may have planned on a Monday, God is the best of planners. So you gotta trust him. But as you can imagine, man, the team is in a somber mood, the coaching staff as well. But when Coach Prime put it to the team, just a few hours ago. Like, what do y'all want to do tomorrow? Do y'all want to take the day off? Do y'all want to practice? And it was unanimous that Dom would want us to practice, and Dom knows what our goals are this season, and he wouldn't want us to take the first day off, even if it was to honor him. So the team is going to practice tomorrow, and we'll just go from there. But it's one of those things, Chico. When things like this happen in life to a group of people, it can either fracture you or bring you closer together.
Mm-hmm.
And based on the spirit and the energy that I witnessed amongst the staff and the players today at that emergency players meeting, it's definitely going to be the latter and bring them together.
Yeah. I can definitely see that happening too, man. Just terrible news out there in Colorado. I hope everybody can, get their emotions right, man, and be able to maybe talk to the family or just, send their well wishes somehow, some way. Um, yeah, just
Yeah, I mean, it was, and there'll be some in the coming hours, some clips from the players, the team meeting to come out.
mm-hmm.
But everyone was there from the administration side. Right now, you still have a window where you have two ads. Both of them were in place. The mental health staff from the administration was there. Coaches spoke, players spoke, and so things on the right track. And of course, man, if you think we're hurting, you have to shift your thoughts to the family,
I'm telling you.
because this is somebody I've just known a couple of years. They've known him 23. And
Mm-hmm.
so you want to keep, you don't want to diminish your feelings, and you want to be honest with your feelings, and you want to express those feelings, and you want to take your time and grieve how you need to grieve. Grieve is a personal process. And so it may take 6 days, 6 hours, 6 months, 6 years, but you have to embrace it and take it one day at a time. But in that one day at a time, keep the family in mind, because if you hurting, what do you think they're going through?
I'm telling you. So yeah, even with this, reporting on it or just talking about it, just giving our thoughts on it, being close to the program as you are, myself being reported on Dom and actually meet him up there in Colorado. Just, man, we just, we want to be sensitive about it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But at the same time, we just wanted to let everybody know, how we feel at the same time also.
Well, everybody doesn't believe the same thing, right? And I want to be sensitive to people's faiths and their walks and their beliefs, but I can only speak from my perspective and what I believe, and I believe what the word says, and it says to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. So He is in a much better place right now
Yes,
than,
indeed.
than we are. So big
Right.
ups to Him. I know He wouldn't want us, to take a night off from UNK CHICO and not have fun. Man, and I shared with Coach Prime, just 10 minutes ago. I was going through some footage and I had a funny clip of him and Juju that I told him. I said, man, I'm never putting this out. Like it was one of them Chico moments as we were warming up for a game. And so, man, his sense of humor is gonna live on, man. His style, his grit, determination, is gonna live on. So, heads will be low, but heads will rise again. And I think once guys can get back into football, which is starting tomorrow, you'll see that begin to turn around, and then their services are playing. You'll have a drop off in energy again there, but I think this is one of the things that's going to galvanize and bring the team closer together and energize this team in a manner that you didn't see coming, because this is not somebody who had an illness or something. This was an unexpected car accident, single car accident. So
Yeah.
um, Again,
I think
man, prayers to the family.
right. I think many of us have had somebody, and whether it's family or friend or some, you lose your life, something like that, tragically, a car accident, something like that. I had a close friend, same thing, on his way home. Well, not the same thing, but single car crash. But he was on his way home, not even a mile from my house. But he was trying to get to his house, which is like 3 or 4 miles away. And I was like, you always think back like, damn, bro, you could have called me and you could have slept at my house, instead of trying to make it those 3 or 4 extra miles down the road that he didn't make and lost his life way too soon. So,
Yeah, and
man,
I appreciate that story, Chico. And we've all been there before. So this is not to take away from that, but in this particular situation, I want everybody to still understand this is not a blame thing. We don't know what happened. A
no,
deer
that's
could have
why,
run out in
yeah,
front of them. Like we
right,
we don't know. We just know it was a single car accident where he hit the guardrail and went down a hill. So and tragically lost his life in it. So whether he was sleepy, distracted, who knows? God
who knows,
knows,
who knows, yeah, yeah,
and God makes no mistakes. And I'm sure, you know, uh, the car he was driving, a Tesla, and it has all kind of information loaded in it, and there may perhaps traffic cameras around, and we'll have more information to come. But it's just one of those things where, man, you just can't take a day for granted or life for granted, and just stay prayed up, man, and never miss an opportunity. Like I tell you something about like me and Big Dog Chico. Y'all see us online and doing this show together and playing and have moments where we're serious, have moments where we're joking against each other. But we have also had countless moments where we tell each other, hey, man, I love you, man. I appreciate you. Like,
for
I
sure.
appreciate you working with you. Like, and that's what you have to do when you have a team because you don't ever know when that team is going to be hit or impacted like this. So, like, look to the person to your left, to your right when you go out about your business tomorrow, wherever you are right now. Let people know how you feel about them because you don't want to miss that opportunity. One of the things Coach Prime shared with the team tonight that like the biggest regrets in his life, and he said, "Man, I've had a wonderful life, but if there's two things I regret, is that I never told my father and my stepfather that I love them."
Mhm.
Which is why I tell y'all so much all the time how I feel about y'all
Yeah,
because I never got that. Not so much the opportunity. It never happened, and I
yeah,
regret never being able to tell them that because so much of my life is patterned after those two men. But I never told him that, and so
mhm,
he's big on that and instilling that in people. And you can see how this team, even before this tragedy, you'll see in all our videos, whether it's Well Off or Reach the People or the Pregame Network, you see players, man, love you, bro, I love you, boys, because
mhm,
that's how this place is run from the top down.
right. There's a lot of clips right now online going across social media showing, clips from Dom, whether it was with Shador and Ed Reed and things of that nature. You guys can check that out online. I'll put some links in the description or something like that where y'all can check those out. But man, once again, shout out to his family and all the players, man. I think once the players get on that field, they'll never forget about it, but it'll help them be able to, kind of try to start the steps to moving forward and, just get on the field
Absolutely,
and do it all
yeah.
for Dom. So,
I think tomorrow morning, man. I think it was great to do this meeting today, and that way you can have a start of a football day tomorrow as best you can. But the team meeting tomorrow morning will still be what it is, and so will the stretch lines. But I
yeah,
think once we really start football,
yeah,
it'll shift to football. And again, man, happened to be with Coach all day today. Like
yeah.
he hit me this morning. He's like, "Dog, I'm on the way." Like, man, on the way to what? Man, pick you up. Like,
Get ready,
no,
dog.
we talked about that. So
Yeah.
when he scooped me up, he said, "Look, man, I already ate." And he said, I know you hungry. What you want to eat?" I said, "It don't matter if I'm hungry or not. You know me finna go get something to eat." So we went over to IHOP's, man, chopped it up, talked about what the plans were for practice in this first week, and he's gonna do some press stuff on Friday. Just our normal do things. Then we go to the office, and man, I probably stepped away. Like I came back by his office, knocked on the door, and I could hear he's on the phone. Then when he told me to come in, He was with the parents, and when I looked on his, I didn't hear what he was talking about at first, but when I just saw his face,
You knew it was something
and
heavy.
oh man, there was no doubt it was something heavy, Chico. Like there was just no doubt it was something heavy. And he was like, "Man, you just you're not gonna believe this." And so my mind, looking at his face, went totally to something like, okay, like what could it be right now that I don't want to believe? And I really thought he was going to tell me something about like his health or
Health.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, that's when he told me what had happened. It's tough, man.
Man.
Yeah, you just never know, man. Love on your people, hug on your people, and just take it one day at a time.
Brother was too young, man.
Yeah. But again,
Let's
Chief,
we
I
gonna we
got it.
gonna
God makes no mistakes, man. And so, what would he want us to do? He being Dom, like he would. I appreciate being in his leadership, standing up and saying, no doubt, he will want us to practice.
yeah. Let's try to move to that a little bit. Like so you guys sat down IHOP. What time tomorrow? What time tomorrow? Because we're gonna have
Yeah, man,
the
Chico, I
times
want to say
jump
this
off.
to you and to the audience, man. Like TMR is going to happen all throughout spring practice, but we're going to have to adjust the times, and it's not just because it is tragedy. We got to see how when practice ends, because there's no point of us going live during practice and not being able to tell y'all stuff. So we
Right.
won't be able to go to when it ends, and the morning run may push back about an hour these first couple of weeks, to give time for practice to end and get some interviews and schedule some guests and that kind of thing. And it may even be days that the morning run is a 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. thing. So y'all be patient with us, but understand it's coming and it's coming live, and nobody will be able to have the info and access that we have from a sports show perspective. So stay tuned into it. Turn those notification bells on. And so we'll try to get going tomorrow as close as we can. But as Coach and I discussed today, man, like he is very excited and was telling me like, Neil, I cannot wait for you to see it. Because the way these guys have bonded together. And again, keep in mind that this conversation is taking place before we got the news.
Yeah.
Like he was just excited. He is excited about the work ethic that these dudes have been putting in the past 2 months with Swayze and how they've come together as a team, and even doing that team draft and the rationale between why people were picking who and how they want to go against each other and bring out the best in everybody, because nobody is trying to have a season like took place last year. And coach is very adamant and strong opinion about the effort that went into selecting who got selected to be on this team. And so far, you're not seeing the misses that you saw in years past, but we're gonna really know when those pass start coming on and that kind of thing. The other thing, Chico, I was excited about it too is meeting the new coaches that are around here and their excitement. And of course, about that time of the day, that's when the news started breaking within the building about what had happened. So everything kind of changed up. But this staff that has come together, man, and their excitement and their enthusiasm, and even post team meeting tonight, everybody just understood. Okay, we had to do this, and this is something that's going to be weighing on us. But we
Yeah.
got football practice tomorrow,
Yeah.
and we don't get but 15 practices this spring, and so every moment still counts. And I think you're going to see, some things dedicated in this season. To number 22, Coach Prime put it on the players. I'm gonna let y'all come up with that. We're gonna do what y'all want to do, but
Mm-hmm.
but the goals of the season have not changed. The
Right.
goal is the 1 week at a time, go 1-0 and wind up in Dallas for the Big 12 championship. And when
Mm-hmm.
you look at the talent that this team possesses, and when you look at the pedigree of what the coaches bring to the table, that is certainly within the realm of possibility and probability. That is not a far-fetched goal at all.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are just tuning in, this is Uncle Chico live on Sunday night. Y'all make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, whether it's on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever it is. Y'all subscribe right now to UNK and CHICO. Search it and you shall find it. You
Believe that.
understand me? Yes, indeed. So we appreciate y'all. I mean,
And
I'm
Chick, I
telling
gotta
you
tell
right
you,
now,
dog,
appreciate y'all for the show.
I gotta get my green screen game up. You know, like
Okay.
I just got here yesterday
Okay.
and hit the ground running, man. As you know, Chico, no need to be cute or coy about it. As things got kicked off, Coach Prime wanted to have a conversation with some media folks out there, of which you were one of. And so we hit the ground running yesterday with that Zoom conversation. And then today he and I started early with planning for the week or whatnot. So there's going to be a lot coming this week, and we're going to be bringing it to you. So again, man, subscribe, notification bells on, because we don't know right now like when the show is going live, but we do know the show is going live.
There you go. So have your notification bells on, and you will be live with us.
Yeah.
You understand me? So, hey, it's been a eventful day for myself too.
Man, you didn't mess up the adult softball game, did you?
God dang! Now you knew what time it was.
Chico, man, you got to sit.
Oh man! Oh, I tried.
No,
tried.
No, you did.
I did. I
No,
did. I promise you.
No,
My daughter turned around and did like this.
Was she on deck in the batter's box?
She was in the field. Then she was on deck. She turned around on deck and she said, "Shh." I said, "I'm trying, but what you want me to do? Not say nothing? Dang! If I know what to do, I gotta say something. You know what I mean?" So
yeah, at practice. at practice.
At practice is when I try to let the coaches do their thing. You feel me? And I get out the way. That's what that's for. For the game is when in the game is
you
when
be on that, that fence that go up and then come over the top to keep the foul balls from going. I bet you be right behind the umpire right there.
They had it. They had a fence. They had a walkway where the players sit right there. But then they had a fence behind that fence. I was on that fence leaning.
You got to stop, dog.
I did think about you though, dog. I said, man, every time I stopped, I thought about you. So just know that.
Let's
put in a lot of effort. Put a lot of effort.
Because you play football down there in Selma. I coach football down in Mendenhall. And I know one thing about Selma and Mendenhall got in common that I ain't even got to verify. I know it's a fact. You got the football field, you got a track, and you got a fence. And all the neighborhood coaches lean on their fence.
That's right. She gonna tell me, my coaches told us, don't listen to your parents. Listen to us. I said, all them parents can't play. I know the game. I used to hit softballs a mile, baby. Listen to me. Listen to me.
Have you ever considered that maybe in the lineup or their strategy, her job is not to hit it a mile?
Everybody wants to hit the ball a mile. So we just got to do more work at home. That's all. Just got to do more work at home.
Yeah, you got to be more quiet at the games. Man, don't do your child like that, man.
I try.
Your uncles that jumped on your auntie boyfriend, if they was on the fence and Selma trying to coach.
See, that's the thing. That's the thing. Oh, you just don't know. My uncle, I was sitting there thinking and listening and reminiscing about when my auntie and my uncle, shout out to Auntie Alice and Uncle Harry, they used to bag their truck in and sit on the tailgate and say, hit it to us, Chico. And my uncle had a deep ass voice, hit it to us, Chico. I liked it.
But do you realize that's not the same thing? Someone being out there in left field, hollering over the fence, hit it to us, and somebody being by the umpire saying, all right, now watch your grip. Get your feet right. Okay, don't swing at this. Don't swing it on. Don't swing that one. That's two different things from what you're talking about.
Get your back elbow. It's two different things, but still the same damn thing. You got somebody cheering for you. You know somebody there for you. So, hey.
That's true.
Yeah, some of us didn't have nobody. So, hey.
No, that's true. That is true.
I did get embarrassed one time.
I'm disappointed
in
your softball routine, but I'm excited for this team, man, and this, this coming together for this season, this spring ball. Like you and I have talked about all fall long, and now that the spring is finally here, we're sitting here going into tomorrow practice 1 of 15, and we don't have to worry about a spring portal at the end. Like
Mm-hmm.
this what you got. This is it. And so you get to do some different things now. You get to work on some different kind of installations and set different timelines because you're not worried about, okay, am I spending time with people that's not going to be here?
Right.
And the coaches will tell you in the past 2, 3, 4 years, no, we don't look at it that way. You coach everybody, whoever leave. Okay.
But
Sound
yeah,
good.
yeah. That
Sound
it's not
good.
the same, and that hurts when people all of a sudden leave. Now you got to scramble to, make it
Mm-hmm.
work after the spring, and then you really don't know what you have because you haven't seen them in the spring. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, take that guesswork out of it and let these guys come together and play some real football, spring football, mesh, come together and gel together and get to know each other. And I think it'll be a good thing for all the colleges now and the coaches and the staffs to take that, alleviate that, stress off of them to think about the post spring portal for sure.
And Chick, let me tell you, speaking of people departing and that kind of thing,
Mm.
it's been brought to my attention that some folks out there were saying
Uh-oh.
that Neely,
Yep.
me,
Oh, I was
was
going there, Neely. Don't
attacking
worry.
was attacking Rob Livingston after he left. And I had to go back, Chico, and watch my own damn clips.
Yeah, I did the same thing.
Because I was like, man, maybe I did and don't remember it.
Yeah.
It's like somebody accused me of farting. Chico, I farted so much. Man, did I?
Yeah, did I on camera?
I thought I sneezed. Maybe one came out when I was sneezing. But anyway, let me go back and look. And I went back and looked, Chico, and I looked again, and I played it one more time. And I said, man, all I did was put scientific information out there. I'm not the NCAA. I
Right,
don't rank the defenses in the nation.
right. You
And
put
you have
what's
a
on
guy,
paper.
Coach Marv, who was brought over here as a DC of Virginia Tech, over here as linebacker coach, got
Mhm.
elevated to DC. And all I pointed out was that last year, statistically, NCAA stats, Virginia Tech's defense was better than Colorado's defense last year.
And I get text about that you are attacking the former DC. I was like, wait a minute. I went back and listened too. I said, he didn't even say the man's name. He talked about the
No,
rankings.
that's all I said.
Unbelievable.
And then I went in, I watched it some more, and I said, okay, what else did I say that somebody could have thought was an attack? I said, okay, well, if we hold somebody to just 7 less points than we averaged
Mhm.
last year, we
Mhm.
pick up 2 or 3 games. And if we score 7 more than we scored last year, we pick up 2 or 3 games. Either one of those things happen, you bowl eligible. Both of them happen, you're at 9 wins.
Yeah. And you broke it down and said if they just come and do what they've done before in the
Yeah.
past.
Yeah. Man, they don't have to be heroic. Just do what you're known for.
Not even counting the talent that we feel like we have, that Coach Prime has brought in and evaluated. Not even counting that. We just talking, y'all come do what you've been doing, what you've proven to do. If you do that, that's an improvement. We bowl eligible.
Yeah,
What are you talking about?
I see Salty Vet there. Everyone's run defense definitely. And so that's why I also lean on when I say that if this guy, Coach Marv, who's been a defense coordinator, been a linebacker coach, and Coach Prime's words to me today as I ate my Colorado omelet, he said, this is the best linebacker group we've ever had.
Got to be.
He said, this
Wow.
is, he said, it's not even close.
Gideon, Martinez, Crawford, Colston Jr. Got some dogs at linebacker. And then you add in those edge rushers on the outside. I know he's excited about those guys. You had a 4-4
He
out
is and
there.
was.
You got,
So let me add this to it, Chico. So now you bring in a DC whose expertise is the middle of the field. Linebackers is what he does.
yes.
But I'm attacking somebody because I say we're positioned to be better than we were last year when everybody and their mama acknowledged we sucked last year.
Yeah. No, you just can't come out and say it because you said it. That's why.
But I didn't even say it. I just pulled up the stats. Like it.
Look, that's what I'm saying. You can't say the facts because you said it. They're gonna say it's something else. People put words in your mouth, dog. Pause.
Like I don't know what to do there, Chico. Like I just
Hey,
like
man.
sit over here and draw, like just like have a coloring book show because I don't know what to do with it. Because I get it if it's editorialized. If I said, in my opinion, these are NCAA numbers. I got this on Sports Center, ESPN.
Yeah. And just wait, y'all. Just hold your horses because we're gonna have interviews with some of these. Probably all of these coaches by the end of the time, and y'all get to know these guys. Shout out to Coach Clancy and all of those other guys that y'all asking about in the chat. Y'all get to know them. You tune in right here,
absolutely.
TMR Live. You'll get an interview and get to know them right here and hear from their mouth.
Yeah, talk to some of them today, man. They excited about coming on. And again, like we discussed at the opening of the show, things kind of got derailed today because we're gonna knock out a couple of those interviews, record them to play tonight on tonight's show. So we're gonna do everything from have the guests on live to interview them after practice, and once the show goes live, play those interviews while they're still fresh. So everybody that you see on that screen that's new is going to sit on here, whether it's the morning run or UNK and CHICO. So you'll get to know them, get to know their personalities, their unique view. I tell you what, man, arrived yesterday, Chico. I forgot to tell you this. First person I saw, the quote unquote coach, what y'all call the high school coach.
My dog, Coach Liberty. You had to see. Hey, Neely, I haven't seen you on TMR Live, man. You're a cold-blooded brother.
First, and he was happy to see me, hug me, and he was phrasing it like, I said, Coach, no, you got to remember now, we done this before. He said, no, I remember that night you camp. I came down.
Yep.
So there I did. You step back after your brace to a good look. I said, man, Nibble, you might need to be a strength and conditioner.
He ripped up, ain't he?
Nibble
since Hoover, dog. Since Hoover.
Nibble is yoked up.
He coached some of my guys down there in Hoover back in the day. Chad Jackson and them. You know what I mean? Some of the guys
that the jet black hat going to the bag. I mean, it might be 1.5% body fat. Like that might be like the dude yoked.
Yeah.
Walk on the tiptoes.
Call him the white prime.
Yeah, so we definitely have white prime on
here. Like Coach Nibble a lot, man. Great
Speaking
guy.
Of, man, asking about his room, and man, he said he can't. What he's seeing of them, even though we start football, but just what he's been watching in the workouts and the film that they bring to the table. He said from a work ethic standpoint, man, you could flip a coin. Like they ain't nobody taking a back seat to nobody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. So y'all stay tuned right here on the morning run, TMR Live.
See somebody, Chico, mentioning Clancy Pondergast, and if you recall, Chico, when you were with us on my days run together Saturday with the Zoom Prime, he told us that's one of the first ones he wants us to do is sit down with him, and I was hoping that was going to take place, but we're gonna get him on as well. Wealth of knowledge on the defensive side of the ball.
Veteran coach. And we'll let him come on in. Hey, pop his ish, as they say. I think he got some ish to pop.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Then we got some. Let's knock out a couple supers real quick.
For sure. Jermaine Thomas first. All right. I saw Chico on there.
He said, I appreciate it, brothers, helping me start my week right. That's why I started the week and the month. This is March. It's the first of the month, man.
This one?
But it was a Sunday, so I know your check didn't come because the mail don't come on Sunday, but it's the first of the month.
Oh, I thought you was reading this, man. I was about to say, man, I know I can't really see, dog, because I know that don't say nothing about I appreciate it, brothers. Helping me start my week right.
See, when you put them on the screen, that thing gets small. That's what she said. So I'm reading them I read them in the big box over here. Yeah. See what I do, Chico. When you be saying you can't see it, see, watch this. Jermaine Thomas, $40.55 super chat. I appreciate it, brothers. Help me start my week right. Then I click it. Now it's over there. Look, you be trying to read it. Look,
like this.
Yeah. No,
okay, I appreciate it, brother. Help me start my week. Okay, all right. Yeah. Let me get right. Where we at? Now I can read this one. Oh, I should have read it first, like this. Chico. where the best football coaches come from. Alabama, Florida, Georgia. Bing is it. Come on now, dog. Let's get right.
Man, how you leave Mississippi out of
I didn't do it. I didn't tell him to do it.
there?
So you know what my answer gonna be, baby.
No, I'll tell you, Chico, y'all lucky. I get up, you know how I be back at the home studio, my chair got wheels, I roll off.
Yeah.
Right here, I got to get up and walk off, but I ain't got my drawers on, so I can't get up right now. But I would get up and walk off.
Oh my God. Don't do it on. Don't do it.
He just named all of the South. It's just okay.
Oh, well, the answer is, I'm biased. I'm gonna say Alabama, but Georgia might have something to say about it. Florida gonna have something to say about it too. For sure. So it's a toss up.
Out of the ones he put there, I'm gonna be a little biased too. I'm gonna go Bama or Georgia. I don't know a lot about Florida football when you get down there to the peninsula. I know the Panhandle because the Panhandle is south to me, right?
Yeah,
like that's South Alabama, that's South Georgia. When you turn and go,
that's Florida.
That's matter of fact, that's so Florida. They ain't in the South. That's a whole other state.
That's South Florida. That's the FLA.
Yeah,
I think from Chipley on down. Shout out to Chipley, Florida. My dog Blake, who used to insist that we don't call him Black. His name is Blake. Blike. Blake. Shout out to my dog.
Let me have mama name him that.
His mama probably did name him that. He was one of the ones. He was Travis Hunter before I saw Travis Hunter as far as conditioning wise. That's what let me know that Florida boy is on another level. He used to run and talk to coach and say, "You can't break me, coach," as he's running. So yeah, crazy folks in Florida.
And I'm not taking nothing away from genetics and work ethic, but playing multiple sports and being able to play outside year round, it helps.
Agreed.
Mississippi to South, Chico, just like Alabama, but you have a time of the year that you ain't trying to be outside doing a damn thing.
Get cold. Yeah. But you go to Florida, even out here in Hawaii, dog. Hawaii has some of those similarities right there where a lot of kids can play year-round sports, So that's what I like about it. Out here in January playing baseball and stuff. Like, damn.
Yeah. Get your skill up.
Yes, indeed. What else we got? We got another super chat.
Oh, man, Thomas with the 10 on their heads. Mississippi has the football coaches. I've seen how great high school football coaches were when I was in college in Hattiesburg. So I'm a Meridian, Hattiesburg. Oh, man, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Right with you. Right with you, man. I'm with you when you're right.
Was that Picayune?
Down south, going toward the Louisiana border versus the Alabama border.
Okay.
Oak Grove down there by Hattiesburg. Meridian is on I-20 going toward Alabama.
Mm-hmm. Meridian right down the road. That's my boy used to go pick up from. I gotta go pick up something in Meridian, Mississippi.
Hey, shout out to a hater. Just make him popular real quick. Loser.
Hold up. Look at all the coaches that end up at Bama after they get fired at other places. That Nick Saban pick up. Like, come on, dog. I can let those go by.
Go ahead, Chico. You got the flow. Go ahead. Talk.
I'm just saying, shit. Look at them. All these coaches that get fired, and then all of a sudden, their homeboy pick them up, and next thing you know, they win the national championship a couple times, and now they got another head coaching job. What y'all talking about, dog? Y'all can have a set of rules for this guy, and then have a set of rules for everybody else.
Because that's what they do.
Damn.
That's what they do.
Y'all tripping.
That's exactly what they do. It's a whole different ruler for Deion Sanders than it is the coaching industry across the board.
Yeah.
Damn. They ain't gonna make a difference. They got fired. You ain't get.
Yeah, that's
you can't find the coach. Bill Belichick has been fired. You can't find a coach that has not been fired.
Right. Come on, man. What we doing?
He's making up shit. I'm gonna keep on saying something to something sticks.
Oh, we keep on saying something to something sticks.
Yeah, some don't make it.
I thought Chipley, Florida was a little bit further. Chipley, Florida is South Alabama. But my dog was straight FLA, though. I tell you that much. Yeah, I
Yeah, I
didn't
don't get it,
realize
dog.
Shipley was that close to Alabama.
I don't
My
get it,
dog.
dog.
Anyways,
Like
what else?
it's like Chico. No, we got to revisit something. We can't
Okay,
pivot off of that quick.
okay, let's do it then. Get there.
Face ass. When you going through this season, right? And we ended up with 3 wins. But even before you knew it was going to only be 3 wins, you could see like, okay, this is something going to have to change. So all through the season, everybody was saying Coach Brian going to have to make some changes. Coach Brian going to have to make some changes. Coach Brian got to take accountability. Throughout the season, he took accountability. Every press conference said, "It's on me. I'm the head coach." End of the season, starts letting people go, which was the very thing y'all demanded or asked for that y'all said had to happen. And then you got a problem with that. And then when he statistically and from a probability standpoint brings in coaches who on their resume were better at doing the things that he needs done than the previous people, y'all get mad at him for that.
What y'all want, dog? Now, for that comment talking about, um, the fired coaches, I just pulled up a list of the coaches that Nick Saban hired after they were fired. I didn't realize. I thought I knew 3 of them off the top, maybe even 4. But to have 5, 6, 7, 8 successful coaches that end up being head coaches once again after they were fired before, and then Nick Saban picked them up. Come on, dog. List goes on and on. Lane Kiffin, Sarkisian, Butch Jones, Mike Locksley, Brian Daboll, Jeremy Pruitt, Billy Napier. Come on, man. What are we doing?
And then for the clown who say, well, ask Virginia Tech what they think about that coach. Here's what I think about the coach without asking Virginia Tech. His defense was better than our defense last year.
That's it.
So
That's all you say.
so what you want? I can hear what you're saying if I went out and hired somebody who was worse. Hey, the guy that was 115th in the nation left, and you took the guy that's 136. I hear your argument.
I hear it loud and clear.
But I don't care if I take the guy that's 114. It's better than 115. And then when you look at how we were, y'all talking, not me. Just y'all saying this. What we need to do at linebacker, he checked both boxes.
Yeah.
And you still bad.
Bring in a linebacker guy, make some great moves at pickups at linebacker. So we head in the right direction, man. We ain't here to try to prove the haters wrong. We're here for the people that believe. That's
No, the scoreboard to do that. They're gonna hate all the way to kickoff.
Mm.
Yeah, they're gonna hate
all the way to kickoff. You know what? Yeah, let them do that then. So in other words, they're gonna motivate.
They're gonna say, well, yeah, but what about we'll watch next week though?
Yeah. They only won by 16.
Y'all said y'all brought in the coordinator, averaged 35 a game. He scored 32, and y'all won.
Anyways, man, we'll leave it at that. We'll handle them as they come because we know they'll be coming. But y'all know that we'll be coming also. You feel me? Tomorrow after practice, soon as practice over with, we'll be jumping on this thing live and direct. I'll be in the middle of the ocean. Uncle be right there in Boulder where it's cold, getting busy, letting y'all know what's going down in a major damn way. You feel me? So stay tuned. Turn on your notification bell. This is brought to you by Miss Denise Smith, State Farm agent out there in Colorado. So if y'all don't know, now you know. You can go check her out and holler at her website at safedesmith.com or give her a call at 303-343-3515. All right. And after you do that, make sure you go to our website at uncandchico.myshopify.com. You see that right there under Uncle Neely. Go there and get you some merch. Yes, sir.
One more to go to.
One more to go to.
You got to go to the Boulder Broker Inn. The spring game is coming up, April the 11th. The game is already free. I can't get you a free room, but what I can do is this. I can get you 20% off your room. If you hit up the Boulder Broker and you come into the spring game or any time in between, you just come to Boulder where it's colder, just generally speaking, and you let them know Uncle Neely sent you. They're taking 20% off your stay. So now look here, Chico.
Yes, sir.
You get to come to a spring game, see this new dynamic coaching staff, see this phenom QB that was once number one in the nation getting the reins, and the spring game itself is free. And then we knocking 20% off your hotel stay. What excuse you got?
None. Just get down there to the Boulder Broker, man. Holla at it. It's right there on campus too, right? Pretty much.
I mean, I'm looking out the window to see the campus.
1345 28th Street, Boulder, Colorado. Walking distance to see you, Boulder.
Yeah.
All right.
The dorm's right here next to me. Wheelville, as they call it, right next to me.
Mm-hmm. Got a nice pool out there too. So. And a nice bar.
Big Mama, hey, sit. Oh man, my
Big
phone is charged. I can't get in my drawer. We need to send Big Mama the link.
Big Mama, what the hell Big Mama got going on right now?
Some good topics for her next appearance.
What she say? Y'all need to be talking about what? What she say?
No, she just said, this is good topics that she want to discuss.
Okay.
Next Sunday be Big Mama night. I hope y'all gonna be ready.
Big Mama. Big Mama. I don't know why I gotta do that when I do Big Mama. You gotta do big.
Yeah, it's kind of like how you touch yourself when you do other stuff. I don't know why you have to do it. I don't know why you feel the need to tug on the water faucet when the water gonna come out anyway.
Okay, why? Why,
we get you next Sunday, Big Mama. You leave the wig off. But they ain't why your wig off. That main twist that wig on you. You got your wig twisted.
Then Danny said he loved Denise Smith's smile. Okay, then Danny.
Then Danny's shooting a shot now.
Okay. Appreciate that, Jermaine Thomas, giving us some real estate info right there about the Florida area development in Chipley and Crawfordville.
Hold on, Chico. Chico. Because sometimes, man, people pop up in your life and they make a
popped up now.
You making it. If Coach Prime can't pick good coaches, but other people keep coming to get them,
what they got?
I got time tonight. Like dog.
Oh, bro. That Coach Dre. Oh no, Coach Dre in the building. That's crazy, dog.
Ain't we been saying that, Chico?
Been saying the same damn thing.
They say he can't develop players, but here you have a freshman wide receiver come to you. Didn't have a lot of offers, no big buzz. 2 years later, he in the portal and got $1.2 million. But we can't develop players. Speaking of the same receiver room, Jay Field put 4 of them in the NFL.
And
if you add was Zay Weaver the year before, that's 5.
Yep. I think you should feel really good about this team, guys.
Absolutely.
And I think, you know what? I think you should really feel excited about this defensive side of the football also. Because he got some dogs and some go-getters, and it was evaluated and picked by a defensive guy. So he wasn't going to leave anything on the table. He wasn't going to spare anything. Like he told us, in the past on this show. Dog, I looked at guys, on the film, and I see a guy getting to the backfield. He doesn't make the play, but he lays there on the ground instead of getting up, hustling after the play. After he didn't make the play, you just gonna lay there? No, you got to get up and go. And he said, "Hey, I heard he was a good player, but if I see him doing that, it's a no go. I'm gonna go to the next guy." So splitting hairs, but it's needed when you're evaluating the guys. You know what I mean? You want to bring the guys that have your mindset on your ball club because they are fit, not just a guy who has talent, but he doesn't have this same type of mindset. He's not going to fit. And eventually it's going to be like a cancer to the team. So I think he was real meticulous about that, bringing in right fits on teams, because you've seen that in all type of sports where teams, not necessarily the most talented teams will win, but the teams that fit together really win those championships. And I'll go look at a team that beat my Lakers, Detroit Pistons back in the day. So that's what Coach Prime, I think, has on this Colorado Buffalo team. A bunch of guys that fit together very well, and we'll see it. They're going to probably hate until the kickoff, but you'll see after the kickoff what's going down.
Chico, I'm going to tell you something I told Coach this morning. as I continue to eat my Colorado omelet. I said, dog, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about you that I'm saying. If I take, and I've said it on the show before, so it ain't new to y'all. It was new to him. I said, if I take Florida State through Atlanta, through the 49ers, through the Cowboys, all the baseball teams, take the Ravens, like all this, take Jackson State, take Colorado. And from the time you start doing your thing, I bet $21 every time you were doing your thing. Do you know I'm up way more than I'm down?
Yes, sir.
Oh, and the other man done lost before. He lost baseball. He done lost in football. He done lost a coach in college.
But
the odds. Y'all don't be looking at the longevity of this thing. And I told y'all just the other day, we got a statue, deservedly so, right around the corner, right outside the Ford indoor practice facilities. A Coach Mack, legendary coach here.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all ever go look at his first 5 years?
Yeah. Actually, you can break it down, let them know. Because it wasn't all peaches and cream.
It wasn't no peaches. It wasn't man cream. But then what I'll be doing though then is I'm attacking Coach Mack.
Oh Lord, we can't do that, boy.
Which is totally not what I'm doing.
No,
I'm just telling y'all.
We definitely not doing that. You just talking about.
If you look at the way his career finished, it finished way on top, but it didn't start that way.
They had to give him time.
Yeah. And when you look at the time that Primus had, keep in mind he inherited a 1-win team. And so it has never been worse or equal to what he inherited. It's only been up. So when I look at him taking over the selection process, Chico, from top to bottom and being the first and final say in who's going to be on this team, even the new way special teams is going to be done, but being done by a committee with him saying, no, I'm going to tell you who the returner is going to be. So you tell me I got Deion Sanders. The only other person I can think of that I won't pick in my returners than Deion Sanders be Devin Hester.
Yeah.
What are we saying? And so you put all that together, and keep in mind, Chico, let me ask you this now. This ain't no trick question. Just keep it a thou wow. Were you blown away by our offense last year?
No.
Did you think our offense was like exciting and edge of your seat and you loved every snap of it?
No.
Do you realize if we run that same offense right back and just stop a defense one time, we win 3 more games? That's bowl eligible.
Wait. Hold up. Timeout. You can't say that because they're going to say you're attacking the defense. Damn. Well, who gives a damn what they say?
Like I've said before, and I told Coach this today while I was eating my Colorado omelet. When you win 3 games, there's a lot of damn blame to go around. There's a lot of blame to go around.
Yeah.
But the fact remains, you know how many games we were right there in them?
Yeah. Seriously, close game, 1 possession type games.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so, like I said before, the defense just give you one less, hold one less score back, make one more tackle, keep one big play from happening. You're going to pick up 3 more wins. If the offense does the same, you pick up another, man, that's 9.
Yeah.
So to the commenter who said, you know, they feel like they're excited about it, man, you got total good damn reason to be excited about this season. Absolutely.
Why wouldn't you be?
I haven't seen anything to make me go like, because again, the people you brought in have accomplished more statistically than the people that went out.
That's it.
So how do you not check that as an improvement?
Right.
And that goes for players as well. Now, I'm not just talking about coaches. It goes for players as well.
Yeah.
The receivers you brought in, as killer of a room that we've had, the receivers you brought in, their numbers, the DBs that you brought in, their numbers,
their physicalness, their tape, their what they do on tape pop out also. But their numbers, like you're saying, Danny Scudero, Cam Perry, DeAndre Moore, those wide receivers right there, man. Not even talking about Campbell Flash that came from Sacramento State with
but
Coach Brendan Marion.
you got a player on the track team eating up the whole Big 12 in track.
Right. What you think you're gonna do on the field? And on the field,
just catch one of them.
Bro, on the field for real though, on his film, he looked even faster.
Yeah.
I saw him on the track. But on the film, he could take a 2-yard catch to the crib, 80 yards.
Yeah.
So
I'm looking forward to it, man.
I'm definitely looking forward. I think Coach Jay Field has a lot of toys to play with, but it's going to be something that he's not is not going to be foreign to him. Like you say, he put 4 in the league, 5 if you count Weaver. So this is right up his alley. I think he's going to know how to handle this room. You know, all the personalities in there. He's going to be able to handle it correctly and have a rotation going to have the best guys on the field at the right time. Shout out to Coach Jay Field.
Yeah.
You know, man, the wide receiver room could get competitive. You know, I was one of the guys in there back, not in that room, but in a wide receiver room. I remember, you know, so the guy next to you, y'all could be playing the same position. Y'all really competing against each other, but you got to find a way. A good coach will find a way to make everybody work together in that room, you know, to feel like they're on the same page rather than individuals competing with each other to get on the field. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what's going to make
think
the
that
team
Jay
better.
Field, as you articulated there, Chico, I think Jay Field certainly brings that, and Rashad as well, up and coming coach, brings that to the table. And I think that just meshes well also with the philosophy of the quote unquote go offense that Coach Marion runs. Like it ain't but one ball, but there's enough ball for everybody.
Yeah.
Because we doing this thing deliberate. Like the same thing with the running game. Like this is going to be deliberate. We're not just running the ball because it's time to run the ball, and that's what the manuals say do. We running the ball because we see something that we can accomplish and take their soul doing it.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. We're not just
kind of reminds you the way people did us last year, huh?
And we talked about it after every game. Mindset, you know, and the will. If somebody come out there and punching the ball straight down your throat on the football field, guys in the chat, and they're doing it against your will, dog, it can demoralize a team real fast, kill the momentum real fast, you know, shorten the game because you're running the clock real fast. So you can keep an explosive offense off the field. So you got to have guys on your team with the mentality and the mindset to say, we're not going to allow that to happen. And it starts with the players and the coaches to buy in. And I think that's what we have this season with the Colorado Buffaloes. So y'all stay tuned for that. We're going to keep y'all loaded and updated and everything else right here on the Morning Run and UNK and Chico live on the Pregame Network. So stay tuned.
I want to do one more thing, Chico.
Yes, sir.
Because I've never feared a hater. And I never fear somebody with a counter opinion. You know, I welcome diversity of thought. Well, let's explore this for a second. I can say things will stay the same because Dion is still head coach. You know, the guy who doesn't understand clock management or how running man coverage all the time doesn't work.
He trolling.
Yeah, he got to be. But let's play like he not. Let's play like he not. You don't think Deion Sanders know how to get better?
It's the dude that's typing on the computer at the crib that know how to get better. Not Deion, not Coach Bryant.
You don't think he would go back and watch the game, film an outcome, be like, "Oh man, I messed up the clock right there. Let me make my notes." And you just think he'd wake up every day and just be who he is or was?
Happy go lucky.
What about what he's accomplished in life since you've known him or known of him that make you think he's the kind of guy that would not try to get personally better at something?
From all we know and seen, it's the exact opposite.
It is the relentless pursuit of getting better that has propelled him to where he is. Something that most of us don't have because most of us are born with a gene that says, "Nah, dog, that's good enough. You won."
He ain't lying. He ain't lying.
Yeah, you won. You the best ever. You ain't got to be the best ever. You good.
Half of y'all did it today. Half of us did it today.
Chico, I remember being at Jackson State when Coach Prime was getting ready to leave. And folks was asking me about it. I said, man, me and this dude, we ain't nothing alike. They said, no, what you talking about? I said, dog, by the time I have put my 2-week notice in, I've been quit. My 2-week notice is letting you know I ain't going to do a damn thing the next 2 weeks. But even before I turned it in, I turned it off by then. Right. I said, this dude working like he ain't leaving.
Yeah.
Because he got a standard that most people just ain't got.
And he knows it's going to be people that's always going to be trying to evaluate or critique what he's done or what he might have left behind when he does leave, eventually leaves, you know. Oh, yeah. He left it like this, or he did this, or he didn't do that.
Let me share this with you, Chico, because it's been so providential you brought that
Please
up.
Break down how much stuff.
Man, one of the things I had the pleasure of doing today, man, as he and I, like, we like to ride around, just check out Boulder and see what the vibe is and that kind of thing. And
real ignorant shit.
Got to hear Coach Prime, the father, like talk on the phone to his kids. And this is before, you know, the world went crazy for us. And people think they know because, you know, of course, their family shares a lot through social media and their interactions. Man, but to like hear him and Shiloh on the phone, shout out to Shiloh. When Prime told him I was in car, Shiloh, oh man, what up? Let's shout out to Low out there.
Low ski.
Hear him talk to Bossy today, like, man, y'all just have no idea. Because what triggered that thought, Chico, some of the stuff you said about, like, it doesn't matter when you're done with something, you still have to keep doing it because that's your reputation.
Yeah.
And you never want to leave a bad reputation with people. So it's like Coach Prime, the person is wired that way. Coach Prime, the dad is wired that way. Coach Prime, the coach is wired that way. I love this dude come on here. Let's make him famous real quick. What he should go check is the calendar and see whose show started first.
I really think he's saying because somebody said they had both shows on, yeah. He might be saying he laughing at the fact that UNK and Ocho is on that TV and not instead of us. Like it should be us. He's like UNK and Ocho, nah, it should be UNK and Chico. That's what y'all should be watching. That's what I think he's trying to say.
So you's a spin doctor.
I'm the spin doctor. They say you the spin doctor. Huh?
Well, I wouldn't have come over there.
Was that good?
Yeah, it was so good. I'm confused. Like, how the hell did you read that again?
Yeah. Oh. Hey, that's Kevin Scheibelhofer. He had to say that. V Gates, Kevin Scheibelhofer.
I'm like Gator on Jungle Fever. I smoked the TV.
Hey, man. Thank y'all for coming out, man. This has been another episode of UNK and Chico live and direct on this Sunday night. You feel me? Instead of us staying too long, y'all just come back and join us in the morning. TMR live.
Notifications on. Turn notifications on. Chico, I want to do this, man, as we get out of here. I want to get out of here with how we started. Man, y'all remember to please keep the Ponder family in your prayers, as well as his teammates here in Colorado and the coaching staff and all those that work with him and knew him close on a daily basis or beyond. And when you're out there in life, man, just remember to love somebody. Allow yourself to be loved. Tell people how you feel about them, because tomorrow, not promise. You may have a plan, but God is the best of planners, and God makes no mistakes. So, man, shout out to the Ponder family. Long live 22. Let's get an LL22 in the chat. LL22 as we get up out of here.
Yes, indeed. For D Ponder, man. Dominique Ponder. Hey, y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, put that in the chat, and we're going to leave y'all and get up out of here. All right. Should I do an intro? I mean, should I do the outro tonight? Or just go out with the somber outro? Or
you kind of stepped on it thinking out loud, so it don't matter.
I did.
Yeah, you could just done it, you know.
All right. You know what? Y'all have a great night. Thank y'all for coming out.
Yeah, just end it with a moment of silence and LL22s. There you go.
Long live Tutu's in the chat.
I bet you can't do a moment of silence stuff. I bet you say something. Look at him. He wants to say something so bad. I wish I could see him. He wants to say something so bad.